I'm en route, so I have some time. Y'all come on in, smash the like button. Jeff Sparks, salute, brother. Cameron Field, salute. Man, I feel charged, man. I was just listening to my brother Junior Truth. Let me tell you. Come on in, smash the like button. Let me tell you. Since before the pandemic, before I was actually doing content, part of getting my morning started, let me tell you what I used to do. I used to get up in the morning, right? Get the kids ready for school, walk with them to school, come back, and I'd listen to Junior. In my morning used to be Junior, right? And Callie used to come on after him. And after that was Junior, it was Callie. I'd listen to Fanon, and then Trill Boxing Talk would come on. And then by the time Trill would be over, I'd either be in the gym, and then I'd leave the gym and go to work, or I'd be going to work if it's an off day. Yeah, so I'd do that. That was my mornings. And then I got into the content created. And then, you know, here I am. Clarence McClain, salute, man. Y'all come on in, smash the like button. Salute to y'all. You already know I'm on the road. You already know what I'm doing. I know where I'm headed. How y'all doing this morning? Swine, my brother. I just had a veggie wrap. It was very good. Michael Ray, salute. Salute to y'all. I wasn't going to go live this morning, but, you know, I'm sitting here, I got time. So I said, you know what, let me say what's up. Let me say good morning to my people. And Junior the Truth gave us some, Tay, what up? Tay in the building. Yes, sir. Junior the Truth gave some, man, y'all might not see me everywhere, but I'm in places getting that daily bread, man. And Junior, you know how thorough Junior's channel is? He took all the wrenches. You know why? There's no need for wrenches there. It's not the place for that. You know what I'm saying? You go there, when I say get your daily bread, whether you know it or not, you need positive people around you. You need positive words. You know, we joke around a lot, you know, but a brother like Junior, man, I say this, if I support you, whatever your endeavor is, I would like for you to maximize your dollar. I want you to maximize your dollar and take care of yourself and your family. And if you're in the pursuit of generational wealth, this is something that we all should be in pursuit of. Maximize your dollar, take care of your family and yourself, and ride off into the sunset. And if I can do anything to assist you in that, I'm with that. I'm with all of that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the type of time I'm on. Feel me? That's all I want. Rod Neal, salute, brother. by nailing that super chat. He said, "What's good, Drew? I'm flying." Oh, yeah, you flying out this afternoon? Okay, we'll see you there. Yes, sir. Excuse me. Can I see your nails?
Yeah.
All right.
I went to New York last week. That's why.
Oh, okay, okay. She had New York on her nails. I noticed that. You know, like New York. Yeah, man. So that sticks with me. I miss listening to Cali on a consistent basis. I know he pops up and does lives. He got out of the boxing talk. Y'all know why. I mean, sometimes y'all know why I started Bear Cave, which I haven't been on in forever. But, you know, I'm only one man. I got 3 channels. I promise I'm going to get back to Bear Cave. Y'all know why I started Pep Talk. Because it got to a point where boxing itself got very exhausting. You know what I mean? It's like that the audience, it maintains a particular type of audience. And it's strange to me. It's very strange, you know. You start off talking about boxing and you find yourself in an argument with a stranger. And it's like, whoa, what's going on here? You know, it happened on my live stream yesterday. It's weird. It's like, bro, what's wrong with y'all? You know? This fella got on here and said, I said, well, you know, you're a fan of Teofimo Lopez. I'm like, how'd that happen, by the way? And he claims he's from Staten Island. He's of mixed race. He's black and Vietnamese. I said, well, how does that happen? He says, well, I met him once, so I'm a fan. So let me get this straight. You met a fighter, and that made you a fan. But since then, I don't know when he met him. But if you met him after all of the things that we speak on, and you're still a fan of that guy, that's a problem. If you met him and then he went on to do these things and you're ignoring it, that's also a problem. But who am I? Who am I? You know, so I found, and Junior was talking about this morning, man. I'm like, you know, I found there's a lot of character flaws with people on a personal level. And in this little thing in life that we call boxing, you find out a lot. You find out that people have issues. Junior was talking about conflict resolution. You find out that people don't know how to do that. I always told y'all, man, I've tried to keep the peace behind the scenes over the last 6 years. If I told y'all everything, you wouldn't even believe it. You wouldn't even believe it. You wouldn't believe it. You know, from squash and beef. I know Stormy was here for it. Sure Will was in the middle of it. Mr. Shelton, y'all remember that King Louie thing? Oh my gosh, man. And it was strange because they were going at each other, and I ain't had no problem with King Louie, but his issue was he was always on 10. And contrary to popular belief, he was really a good kid. He just had a very short fuse. You know what I'm saying? He's a good dude, though. He just had a very short fuse. And I spent a lot of time, you know, trying to, like, you know, guide him. You know, like, bro, you know, I always talk to him in like a monotone, like, bro, you know, you ever thought about it might be this, you know, just chill for a minute, you know, because this was when the LDBC was in its infancy. I'm like, you know, just chill for a minute, you know, and he went on and he did his own thing, and, you know, I wish him well. The last conversation we had was when the pandemic started, and he hit me up. He says, yo, Drew, you all right? Because New York got hit bad. And I said, yeah, I'm good, brother. And we talked, man, and you might not believe it, but the last conversation me and King Louie had, when it ended, he said, yo, I love you, brother. I said, I love you too, brother. I said, man, you stay blessed, man. Don't touch anything. Make sure the kids don't put their hands in their mouth, whatever. You know, and, you know, that was the last I heard from him. And that was when the pandemic just started, bro. I'm losing friends. My buddy, I told y'all, my buddy was working at the Garden part-time. This is the friend that I told y'all. He called me during the Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz fight. And, you know, I work for transit. I can't answer my phone, but I felt my phone in my pocket. When I parked the bus, he called me like 7 times. And I was like, what? So when I was about to call him, Thomas called me. And he told me what was going on. I said, oh, shoot. So then I called my boy back. He said, bro, I was calling you. I said, well, what happened? He says, yo, your mans. He's talking about AJ. He was like, your mans. I said, that's not my mans. He said, yo, your mans was walking around the hallway with no shoes on, sweating, looking like he was about to cry, and he looked like he had like diarrhea real bad. And he said, who's the tall dude, the British white dude with, you know, looking like James Bond? I was like, that's gotta be Eddie Hearn. What was going on? He says, yo, he was on the phone with somebody telling me, I don't know. I said, wait a minute, what? He said, yo, your man looks sick. He said they got it together. He went out to the ring. He said he knocked the fat boy down, but the fat boy got up and proceeded to whoop his ass. And he said, I was calling you. I said, bro, I could have went to the fight. I said, bro, my boy that worked there part-time, I lost him in the pandemic. He died. But he's the one that called me, and he was there. He saw everything. He was like, what? And he was calling me. He's like, yo, your man's messed up. There's something wrong with him. So when AJ, if you go back and watch the fight, and AJ's wincing in the corner, he's asking, why do I feel this way? He got poisoned. I'm sorry, I don't want to. Enoch Bird, he says, how did you meet Coach Hudson? He's awesome. Deep brother like you. I appreciate that, brother. Coach Hudson, Red Fox, salute. And if I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. Coach Hudson, I was like a lot of brothers, they just like pop up. And when you're on social media looking for content that suits you, you go everywhere. And I started to see him. I believe I first saw him, I believe it was Champ Size channel. And I saw him in the chat. And, you know, I watch people. I'm looking at this lizard. That's funny. I watched how people interact in the chat, whatever. And he was saying a lot of great things. And I was like, okay, you know. And then I saw him. I believe I saw him pop up in the Generals. Because what happens is, you go to other channels and they shout you out and they find their way over to everyone else's channel. And he just popped up on my channel. And you know how things click, and everything I was reading that he was saying, it's like this brother gets it. He understands. And y'all know that saying, like minds think alike. And it's like he popped up in the last few months, and it's like he's been here forever. That's what it feels like, because that he gets it, he understands, and it goes beyond boxing. There's certain things you can say that'll catch my ear to make me understand who you are as a person, and it's genuine, it's not fake. The same thing with Sugar Free Mars. I don't recall exactly where. I think I first saw her on BFTB's chat. And go subscribe to Sugar Free Mars. I didn't know that queen does music. She just uploaded some music yesterday. Go to her channel. I was like, oh man, you do this? I didn't know that. Joe, what up? I was like, man, I didn't know that. So same thing with Sugar Free. And she does content, and she's passionate. Another thing, I didn't realize she lived in my city. I think she lived in BK. So when they had the Fatal Fury, you know, she came out, me, Blue, her, Claymore, and BF was there, and we had a good time. And yeah, Cameron, I didn't know she had skills like that. I was like, what? Hold on, let me take care of Joe. Okay, I didn't know I could give wrenches out on this mode like that. So yeah. So Sugar Free Mars and Coach Hudson, they just like popped up, and it took me all of 2 seconds to understand. So like minds think alike, and you can tell it's deeper than just boxing. They're in touch with their community. They're in touch, and they understand what it is we're up against as a community in the realm of boxing and in the world in general. I get a tickle when people like those kids that was on my chat yesterday. If I ask you how old you are, I do that to everybody. If I ask you how old you are, the reason why I'm asking is because I need to know how I have to present my conversation. Because, for example, a doctor, a real doctor with a doctorate, can't talk to a ninth grader about certain things. The doctor will have to curve his conversation so that the ninth grader can understand it. You understand what I'm saying? So when I ask someone, when they come into my chat, first of all, I know when they're new because they'll ask me a question, and everyone in the chat will be looking at them like, okay, you're new here because we already know Drew's stance on that. And rather than explain myself, if it's something I could sum up in 5 minutes, I might do it. But I'll ask you questions like, are you new here? And sometimes they'll lie and say, no, well, I've seen your show every now and again. It's like, nah, FOS. It's an acronym. You're FOS, bro. You've seen my avatar or my icons or whatever, but you've never listened to me. You've never listened to me at all. Stop. And you have a preconceived notion about who I am and what I do. Tay said I'm 22. And I'm 23. So when I ask you certain questions, like exactly like when I ask dudes a question, I ask them a question. I asked him the Teofimo Lopez question. He's a fan of Teofimo because Stormy said, too bad. he says, I'm a fan because I met him. That made you a fan? Okay, so you met him. How do you feel now that you've met him about his racist tirades? And then he said that I'm putting a coat on him that's baseless. What? Baseless? So this is a dude that claims his father was black and his mom was Vietnamese. Now, I did get disrespectful, but I wanted to check his temperature. I want to see how he felt about that. He's too young. I could tell he's too young to understand. If you call a Vietnamese person that's my age or maybe older, if you call them a Charlie, look at their face. That's a racial slur. All right? I already explained it yesterday. It's a racial slur. He didn't even know what the fuck I was talking about. Now, for you to call me racist, first of all, I'm black. I can't be racist. All right? We don't call no shots. We don't make no laws. That benefits us. Every time a black person gets into a position of power, they conform. They don't do nothing for us. They don't. They don't. You want an example of that? I'll give you an example. Out in New York, when the Kung Flu came through there, aka the Corona, they said, Asians said that they were getting beat up. I didn't see it, whatever. But almost immediately they had a bill, the Asian hate bill. Stop right there. How many Asians are shot by police officers for having candy bars, keys in their hands, wearing hoodies?
Where is it? I don't know.
Tell me. Never seen it. Never seen it. Never seen it. But a few people called them out their name, and maybe a few of them got slapped up or whatever. They got a bill. So we don't make no calls. We just exist in this world, and it's, police brutality and things like that. It's normalized us. We just got to move and shake. And then when we speak on it, they tell us stop complaining and stop allowing that to prohibit us to moving forward. Nonsense. When we call it out, it's a problem. You see what I'm saying? Coach Hudson, there you go. Coach Hudson, salute. Y'all go subscribe to my brother, Coach Hudson. So, yeah, that part. We're in the Senate, but we don't make any rules, all right? To sum that up, cut me my reparations check. Cut the check. Mad people got reparations. I ain't going to turn the show into that. But cut the goddamn check. Don't play with me. Play with me, man. Can't be racist. So when I asked him, how does he feel about Teofimo Lopez, he basically said my allegations is baseless, and I played the video. He's been quoted. He showed up to the Fatal Fury looking like a farmer. I know what that was, and I'm looking at him like, yo, bro, I know what that was. And he was right there on the stage. He made a banana joke right there. He ain't racist. And I told y'all, all that is, he's lashing out because when it was his time to shine, he didn't. He got beat up by George Kambosos in his hometown, allegedly. And he underperformed. Didn't run it back. Insult to injury, his wife left him. Started banging on some 8-foot tall dude that looked like Ben Wallace. That's his ex-wife. And his sister. Start banging Ron Artest looking ass dude. Queen, stand up. Feel me? And with all of that, it's a pot of gumbo. And he says, oh, I just hate black people. These are things I know, but because this guy just met him, I mean, that's very womanly. You met him, so now you're a fan because you met him. That don't sound good, but you're not a supporter of the sport. You're a supporter of a fighter, and that's cool. But what you need to do is stay away from here, because I speak at their facts. Salute to Eric Jordan, that super chat, much love. He says the lowest in hate crime, but they get a BS bill. But I'm racist. I have a whole day dedicated to calling out niggertry. It's called Monkey Tuesday. Right, but I'm racist. Another thing I want to touch on, Blue Blood put up a video, was it the other day? Brother Blue put up a video, and he pretty much called out the tomfoolery of these black content creators. Y'all know the temperature. It's all about, bud. Buds with snack, Devins with snack, get Victor Conti out of here, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh man. Is every snack athlete black? There's a lot of Spanish-speaking Mexicans in there. One white guy, I'm talking about boxer. One white guy by the name of Caleb Plant. Utah, salute. Mark Wunderlich in the building. And I don't know why Bud and Devin is on the microscope. I know why. But Blue, they finally took Blue there, man. They finally took him there. His demeanor's different. And he's really bothered by this. And I stand with him. Now, the reason why I bring up that video, because I like to go to the comments section. So I scrolled down, and there was a comment there. When I saw it, it had 32 likes. It says, I am Coach Malachi Williams, and I approve this message. Nigga, what? Nigga, what? Wait a minute. Did y'all see the video? Y'all know what video I'm talking about? Blue sitting in his car, and it's about a 12-minute video. He calls all of that stuff out. He start dropping names. It's like 12 names on there that work with Snack. Bam Rodriguez is obviously, he's arguably top 3 pound for pound in the world. Bam Rodriguez. Bam Rodriguez. He's over there in Snack. No one says anything. No one said anything. Why is everyone worried about Bud and Devin? I don't get it. And the third comment I saw was this dude, True Boxing Media, Coach Malachi, and I'm reading it like, what are you talking? Bro, the video was about pretty much, if you go look at it, it's the lack of black unity in this realm of boxing. And he was calling out those content creators saying, pretty much he's saying you guys are off code. There's really nothing to see here. Y'all are just selling wolf tickets to boost, get yourself in the algorithm to boost your numbers. But this is bullshit. True Boxing Media says, I approve this message. I'm like, oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Nigga, you the main one. You want to talk about unity? Look, I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I don't know this dude.
139.
How he was introduced to me was because people kept sending me 1,000 videos about him talking about me and BF and said the whole LDBC. The dude has a shirt that says LDBC Killer. We never did anything to this dude. We never mentioned him. That's how it always is. Put my name in the search bar. Just put Drew Titan Exposed and see how much shit comes up. I don't know any of these dudes. I never met them. And if we was in the same area, they ain't make themselves known. You already know I'm outside. The OG, the real OG, Mr. Mon. He says, what up, Drew? We 40 miles out from Las Vegas, almost 27 hours on the road. When you do, oh, brother, I'll be arriving, because I got a layover, bro. I'll be there like around 5. Vegas time, I'll be there like around 5. Looking forward to seeing my OG. Salute, brother. Damn, they close. They 40 miles out. Woo, 27 hours on the road, man. Y'all killed it. I'll be there around 5. Looking forward to seeing the family, man. Del Rev, salute. Kawhi Elliott, salute. Yeah, I know, Clarence, and that's the sad part. Audacity Podcast in the building, salute. He says, been noticing, I'm sorry, the light and stuff, noticing a lot of black boxing creators on YouTube have been converting to the showbiz method to get non-black. Exactly, bro. That's what it is. And it's been like that. It's just that, I know what it is, and it's a sad state of affairs. Showbiz, if you wanna come up by hook or by crook, and you have no integrity, then you go to showbiz route, because that's the ultimate coonery. That's what you want. You want to sell out, talk bad on your own, talk bad on your own people, be on the opposite side purposely, and the result was he got a deal from DAZN. That's the result. That's the result. Oh, there go my brother Miles. Yo, as soon as I land, let me salute to Miles Bailey. Oh man, this brother got a lot coming up, man. Let me make him a mod. That's Miles Bailey, y'all. That's Miles Bailey. I'm gonna hit up Michael Hunter as soon as I land. Michael Hunter lives out in Vegas, y'all. I'm gonna try to get him to come to the meetup. Michael the Bounty Hunter. Yes, sir. As soon as we land, I'm gonna hit him up, Miles, as soon as I land. As soon as I land.
41.
Boxing aficionado. Exactly. There you go. Y'all go subscribe to Miles Bailey. Make sure you subscribe to Miles Bailey. He got a lot. He's well connected. He got a lot cooking. Corner Girl, salute. Shade Girl, salute. Okay, just hit us up. Hit us up. Definitely. ES, salute my queen. Yeah, so showbiz, the growing adolescent. If you want to have a quick come up, you know, line your pockets and with zero integrity. Because you know what I noticed about this dude? Every time I seen him, look, man, he don't mean a word of it. He's full of shit. I saw this video. He was in New York, and Bill was in the video. When Bill was leaving, he was jokingly yelling at Bill, "Oh, yo, Bill, I got a yellow card for you." You know, he was joking about him. Remember when he said he wanted to instill a penalty for boxers not fighting where the action is exciting. He even lied to his public. Johnny, what up? He even this guy makes me annoyed, bro. He makes me annoyed. And I'm gonna tell you something else, man. When you live like that, there's a lot of places you gotta double and triple check where you go and show your face. When you are a content creator and you gotta look over your shoulder because you always are worried about your opinion and how it might have pissed somebody off.
142.
That's messed up. That's messed up. I don't care what I say to piss someone off. I really don't care. Because what I say is righteous. Now, got a bunch of death threats. I got death threats from niggas right there in New York. Every fight that I care about, I'm at the Barclays. Niggas wait till I walk away to ask if that was me. How about come up and ask me if it's me? You got two choices. Take a picture or say, hey man, you said something last month and you know, I ain't agree with it. We can talk. I'm a gentleman. We can talk. How you come is how you leave. Come in peace or you will leave in pieces. Salute Tay. Damn. He says, all that shit don't matter. You're the realest one out your crew for sure. Trying to catch a flight. Holler at you later. All right, fam. Appreciate you. Thing is, this is boxing. Steve Bell, salute. This is boxing. Yeah, young Abel. I've been, bro. That's another situation, bro. And I want you guys to understand. I know everything. Jonathan Simon, salute. I know everything. And when these Johnny come latelys come into this realm and they pick a side and they think they know what's going on, they don't, bro. They don't. I promise you they don't, man. They don't know what we know. Especially me. There'll be cats beefing right now, and I know exactly what's going on, man. I know exactly what's going on, and I'm like, but this is me behind the scenes. Yo, you know, you think you could, you know, Yo, you think this is uncomfortable. Yo, man, you think you. It is Sports Talk, salute. I've spoken to God, man. I can't fix everything. Some things you just gotta just. The only thing I can say, we're all parents. A lot of us are. Some of us are grandparents. Some of us. It's not that deep, family. It's not that deep, man. It's not that deep. It's really not that deep, man. believe it or not, it's really nothing a simple conversation can't solve. It's really not, man. It's really, let me tell y'all the story. And I may have said this before, but it bears repeating. At the Fatal Fury press conference, it was me, Clarence McLean, Blue Blood, Four Corners was there, a lot of brothers, Usual Suspects was there. Not our brothers, Usual Suspects. I'm saying when I go to these conferences in New York, all the same people are there. Johnny Boy from Fight Hype, all of them are there. So, we've gotten to know each other. And I forgot the young lady's name, but we've gotten to know each other. Punch Drunk is at all of those. And he's good friends with the Lopez family, right? I need y'all to listen to this. This is very key. So I was just telling Clarence, I said, yo, next time I see Punch, I don't like the energy with us. It's like he walk in, he see me, I see him, and we like look away. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable like that. I said, all right. And I'm thinking in my mind, I said, I never did nothing to that dude. I never did nothing to that dude. So I said, wait, this can't be boxing. This ain't it. I said, yo, come on, bro. The first time I heard him talking about me, it was through, God rest his soul, Batman. And he sent me a link. I said, I don't know this dude. He said, don't he live up in New York? I said, I heard he lives somewhere. I said, I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't know, man. So I just put him on the shelf with the rest of the cats that talk about me. I said, I don't know him. I don't know. He has a big channel. He's doing big things. I said, I don't know him. I don't know him. Hold on, let me read the super chat real quick. Oh shit, wait, hold on. Damn, I'm pressing stuff. Anno says, why are Bryce Vane and Dante not cool? They call out Coons, seems on cold. Why y'all not unified? What's the story? Should I unsubscribe from? No. Let me explain. Let me explain, brother. You don't have to unsubscribe from anybody. I don't tell anybody where to go. What I have said in the past is, if you're found on other channels where people are like, there've been people, I don't know how long you've been around, brother, but there've been people that have been around that's literally have made death threats to us, had live streams and panels dedicated to us, and it was very disrespectful, leaking out our government names. I mean, look, I don't care about my government names. Good luck pulling up to my house. You ain't gonna make it. But this is boxing. To my knowledge, Dante's never done that, but Dante's had a problem with us, and the way he handled it, it wasn't appreciated, so we just don't deal with him. He said what he said, we responded. It wasn't like, we ain't have no like drag out like big old panel on some FU. No, he said something that was untrue. I responded on my show. Black Fight Fan responded. 78 responded. He had 78's phone number. He could have called that brother if he was confused about something. He started putting people in the LDBC that weren't there, and I think he just had like a meltdown. You see, when you're a content creator, you get very sensitive about your material, and it's real easy to misconstrue. Like some people say, oh, well, they stole this. He accused us of stealing, and it's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? He came at Blue Blood. Blue Blood shouts out to LDBC and New Media, meaning Dante. Dante coined that. He did. So it was no beef. You ain't got to be LDBC to kick it. We fucks with Champside. Heavy. The same people in this chat be the same people over in Champsides. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, look, man. So he had a moment. I don't know what that was, but he had a moment. And he said what he said. We said what we said. For all I know, because I was following him before the LDBC, and I said I appreciate what he does. I appreciate what he does, and it's like you cool 1 minute. You know how I felt? You remember when Marty Jannetty got kicked through the glass by Shawn Michaels and Shawn Michaels turned heel? That's how I felt. When I saw that, I said, why is he doing this to us? What happened? I didn't know what happened. I got kicked through the glass. Marty Jannetty. I was like, yo, what's this? And I'm calling him. I'm like, yo, what happened? But if y'all had any clue how many times that's happened behind the scenes, y'all be like, what? I swear. I don't know what happened. I don't know what pissed. I don't know what happened. And it was disappointing because I held him to a high standard. You understand? So even in my response, I didn't cut him down. I mentioned it on one of my Sunday shows. Me and Stormy responded. We still didn't cut him down. And, you know, I just didn't want to bring it there. And just sever ties, man. So, you know, you don't have to unsubscribe from him. You know, from what I heard, he's still doing boxing content. He's still, you know, power for the people. He just had a problem with us for whatever reason. I don't know what that was. So I don't know, brother. I haven't been over there since that happened. I haven't been over there. But, you know, y'all would know better than me. I wouldn't know. Like thinking back at it now, it's messed up. But getting back to the punch drunk story, I had told Blue and I told Clarence, I said, look, if Punch is here today, I said, I gotta talk to him. And it's gonna be what it's gonna be. As soon as I thought it, out the corner of my eye, they give us food over there. And I see him putting food on the plate. I told Blue, I said, hold my bag for me, I'm gonna go talk to him. So Blue looked at me like, I said, bro, no. I'm not on some ignorant shit. I said, no, I just want to talk to him. I could have went over there. He could be like, man, fuck you, I don't want to talk to you. And I left it alone. I'd have left it like, oh, well, fuck you too. And I'd have walked off. I'm an adult. So I went over there and I said, yo, Punch, let me holler at you for a minute. He put the food down. And we by the escalator. I said, yo, bro, what's up? What happened, bro? I said, what is the problem with us? He said, man, I ain't got no beef with you. I said, yo, you know, but, you know, people sending me these things. And of course, it was, well, people told me X, Y, and Z. And I said, nah, bro, that's not true. And Brooklyn Born says, salute to the truth. I only watch one channel outside the LDBC because not too many are solid. Sooner or later, they do some cooning, hashtag LDBC. Yeah, and it's unfortunate, bro. They start out good, but then they start, Derek Gaines, salute. They start looking for deals like this dude, you know, showbiz. And it's sad, bro. It's sad. It's unfortunate, man. And again, I don't tell anyone where to go. Y'all go where y'all want to go. I'm just saying when I get word that people, when I had my viral moment, people were having panels on the Sugar Hill conversation. Panels. Chris Brown, what up? Well, I said Chris Brown. Chris Boxer, salute. I was like, what did I do? I just had a conversation with the man. It was nothing. Oh, you said you hope he dies in a car fire. I said, well, did you hear the context in which I said it? Go back and say play exactly what I said. I also said if you didn't do what we're alleging, I'll take you at your word. But when I first heard about what you do, that was around the same time I was introduced to Tay Jones. Once I got that story, I was like, man, that's attempted murder. And if you did what you did, I hope you die in a car fire. But you're telling me you know nothing about it? I said, brother, I'll take you at your word. But I hope you understand the term in concert. I hope you understand that. Sure will, salute. I said, yo, what's going on? And recently, I just learned yesterday that, look, did Fanon say that he gets up every morning and hoping that talking about Bill Haney's plane crashed? Did he say that? Did he say that? Did he say that? Hey, bro. Bro, I caught hell for that car fire thing. Did this man say he'll build plane fall out the sky? Did he say that? I didn't hear it. Coach said yes, he did. You see? Here we are, literally, goddamn 4 years later, and he says that. But I know Fanon got that silver YouTube plaque. You know what I'm saying? He got over 100,000 subs. You know what I'm saying? He's seeing about 15 to 20 racks a month off of this, probably more. So he gets to say that because more people hate Bill than they hated Sugar Hill and Tyson Fury. Americans, black Americans. Good job, y'all. Good job. When I tell you I'm exhausted from this, I'm telling you, bro. There's been some mornings I have a whole show lined up and I'm just staring at my ceiling like, yo, I know what comes with this. I don't want to deal with it. Y'all have no idea. But when you're on the wrong side of history and you're seeing money, but you're selling out your people at the same time, I really can't fuck with you. And that's what gets me out of bed every morning. Bob Marley, I believe he was, and y'all know the story. I might be like saying something's wrong, but the premise is the same. Bob Marley got the shit beat out of him by the law, probably somewhere in Jamaica. I don't know where he was. They beat him. And he had broken ribs or whatever. Next day, he's getting ready to do his show. They're like, Marley, like, Bob, you know, you messed up. What's going on? You need to take the day off. You know what Bob Marley said? Evil doesn't take the day off. Why should I? There it is. My brother Kofa. Go subscribe to my brother Growth Talk with Kofa. Salute, brother. Evil never takes the day off. Why should I? That's what gets me out of bed. I have done this show sick. I have done this show when I had the BGs. I've done this show when I had COVID. I had COVID. I'm still talking to y'all. Because evil never takes the day off. It was in Jamaica, Black Martial Arts Society. Yep. He said, evil never takes a day off. Why should I? There it is. That's what keeps me motivated. Imagine if we just stopped doing what we did and you had to listen to that type of thing and showbiz and all these other people on the wrong side. Ego who did the flip. And that is disappointing with Boxing Ego. I held him to a high standard. I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed. Like, what is going on? And I look around, it's only a handful of people. And it's like, come on, bro. Come on. Well, that's why I do what I do. But getting back to the punch drunk thing, he starts saying things to me that I never said. I said, well, did I say that? I said, did I say that on my live or something? He said, no. But, you know, people told me. I said, oh, boy. And I'm telling him, well, I never said this, and that about you. I never did that. And one of the things he said, now I need y'all to listen to this. He said, a certain YouTuber, whom will remain nameless, I don't even want to deal with this dude. He's a clown. He said, he told me that you, 78, and Tay Jones had a conference call, and y'all told him to copyright my name. And I had to get lawyers and pay money and to get my name back because he spells punch with an S. And I said, whoa. I said, there was a conversation. 4 of us was on the call. We squashed some beef. Whatever dude problem with us was, it was what it was. But I said, yo, we never told him to do that. He told us he was going to do that. He said, yeah, man, that dude's name's not even copyrighting. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to copyright his name so he can't use it. And we was on the phone like, oh, you can do that? Oh, okay, man. We didn't tell him to do that. That wasn't even on our mind. As a matter of fact, I don't even know how he came up. We were squashing beef with this dude, and somehow he brought up a punch. I don't know how it came up. I don't even remember, but he had to have brought it up because he was deflecting from him. And he's still off his right. The nigga, he crazy. But I said, Punch, listen, man. That never, I said the conversation happened, but he said he was doing that. And we was on the phone like, oh, okay, I don't know. We didn't know nothing about that. That was him. He did that. I said, I said my right hand, I said, brother, if we did that, I'd be saying, I'd tell you right now, yeah, we did do that. We did that. But I said that was the furthest thing from my mind. In fact, the conversation was between us four, squashing whatever problem he had with us. He was like, oh, and we started talking and things started lining up. In other words, somebody put a battery in his back, and then him talking about us put a natural battery in our back, and then it's chaos. And see, when there's a lot of unhappy people in their life, instead of going to get therapy, they run to social media. And a lot of you guys don't know that you're following behind a lunatic. You heard what I just said? You're following behind a lunatic. The person might be supporting a fighter that you love for whatever reason. You like his hair, his braids, his tattoos. He speaks your language. He's from your country, whatever. He's your father's cousin, sister's brother's uncle, roommate, whatever. But you want to go to where he's being spoken good on. For Tank, perfect example. I tell people, don't come here looking for that stroke. You ain't going to get it. I'm going to tell you the truth about that kid. Now, you might not like what I have to say, but I'm not lying on the kid. All I want that kid to do is prove that he's the best. And he hasn't done that. He hasn't done that. That's it. That's it. That's it. So you go to these guys. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me read the super chat. I'm going to give you a perfect example of what I'm saying. My brother Chill Will, salute, brother. He said, I'm excited for my LDBC family. It's a family affair. Every time we link, man, salute to you, brother. Always, brother. Always, always. Salute to you, good brother. And again, bro, I'm not talking bad, but I want you guys to understand something. And I'm going to use Fanon as an example. I'm not talking bad about him. I don't have to lie on him. Y'all know, if y'all were here for a long time, if y'all just got into this thing last year, 6 months ago, a month ago, and you hate Bill, and you love Tank, and you just pulled up and you made that your home, you're great. But you don't know what we know.
167.
You don't know what we know. Y'all know the brother had some difficulties and it manifested online. Y'all know that. Y'all know when that happened, I was working with him. Y'all know that. Y'all know that next day I got online and I had to clean all of that up. Y'all know that. Y'all don't know what I went through behind the scenes with that situation. See what Tay just put, Daniel Kinahan? Y'all, I'm not even gonna elaborate. Y'all have no fucking idea. Yo, listen, it got scary. It got scary. I almost shut down my YouTube. Like, yo, wait, hold on. What we doing here? You know what? I was this close to saying, yo, you know what? No, he's knocking on the wrong doors, bro. He's knocking on the wrong doors, bro. When you had Spencer Fearon calling up black, you know what? I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there. Homie was like, yo, who's this dude trying? Bro, it got crazy. And I said, hold on, man. Hold on. What you doing? And then he had that meltdown. Remember all of that? You see, now, if you just got on YouTube 6 months ago and you're watching him, and you say, oh, he's articulate, he's a lawyer by trade and all this other stuff, and you don't know about that other shit? Y'all got to be very careful of who you choose to follow on here. Very careful. Some dude sent me some dude from out west. What was his name? Boom Man or some shit. He had sent me a message or something. And this is when the LDBC was in its infancy. All right, Tay. He said, oh yeah, matter of fact, it was after We did a live stream, and it was me, Chill Will, Tay, Classic was on there with us, and Nicholas Asbury. It was the Nicholas Asbury live, and Deontay screenshot the live and put it up on his Instagram. This dude named BoomTube, whoever his name is, sends me a message, say, "Oh, what? All y'all niggas together now? Fuck that BBBBBBBBBC." And I say, I don't know what that is. That's some clique he's forming or whatever, but we're not a clique. We're not a gang. We're a community. BFTB, my brother, salute. We're a community, bro. We're not a gang. What are you doing? And I just never responded to him, man. I said, man, what the fuck is going on? How are you so insecure that every time someone puts up a video, you think that we're talking about you? Nigga, I don't even know who this dude was. I went to his page, though. Yo, if y'all listen to a dude that's doing a live stream, when you can see all of his pupils, he was like this with dreads. Yeah, the LDBC, you know, Drew Titan, he was death on Sugar Hill, and fuck that, and he got dirty laundry hanging out his hamper. Dirty laundry, and I'm like, you don't want to clean your goddamn room before you, whoa. I said, well, that's all I need to see. That's all I needed to see. Done. That's all I need to see. There goes that. I ain't got to entertain none of that shit. It's some dude named Boom Man. Boom Man, that's who that was. I mean, it was weird, man. I said, who are these people? It's crazy. We're in our own little zone over here. We're not bothering anybody. We got away from the YTBC because we're getting called all kinds of N-words. And it's like, man, all right, man, you go ahead. We're going to go over here and talk boxing amongst each other. It's created by a black man, but you ain't got to be black to kick it. We got all races, cultures, and creeds around here, man. We just want to talk boxing. And even us, we don't agree on everything. And that's fine. But we left all of that bullshit alone, man, and then we over here, and they come fucking with us. It's ridiculous. But now, these guys have proven that you can sell out for a bag. You can sell out for a bag. And Showbiz is living proof of that. To the point where he's on here lying to people about a referee's job. You're lying about a referee's job, bro. Exactly, BF. Man, it's crazy, bro. If I responded to everybody that has something to say about me, I wouldn't get no work done. I am a content creator. I'm not a content hater. I'm a content creator. I was so glad. I wasn't even gonna go live this morning, but I was listening to Junior, and he inspired me to go live. Inspired me to go live, man. I said, man, I needed that daily bread, man. I needed that, man. I really did, man. I didn't get involved with the LDBC for a paycheck because I make pretty good money, but my lifestyle, I wouldn't be able to do like what I'm doing now. But it helps. I got involved to support a movement. The Brother 78 came about, and first of all, I was following him before all of this, and a few other people. And when he announced what he was doing, I said, I gotta support this brother, because that's what I do, man. That's what I do. I support. And I knew what was coming, and I also knew where it would be coming from. And a lot of it is from my people, these people. Yeah. A lot of it is from us. And it's typical, but it's also sad. And it's annoying as fuck. It really is. It really is, man. And back in that super chat, salute, man. He says Philip Scott, Tariq Rashid, Professor Black, Truth, American Maroon. Movie will show you. I'm sorry, will show you you who you are. Natives who've always been here. In our history of war, it moved. In continual resistance, learn $5 Indians. Are you subscribed to Legendary Top Cats, brother? If not, go subscribe to Legendary Top Cats. That's my brother. Slim Hussein, salute, man. Go subscribe to oh, I think that's my plane right there. They setting it up. Legendary Top Cats, yeah. That's our brother right there. That's our brother. He's really big into the history of black people on this continent. That's my brother right there. That's my guy right there, Legendary Top Cats. Yeah, man. But all I could do is add it to the machine, man. That's all I want to do. And y'all know, then, I got with, Fanon, and I helped him. And listen, Fanon, I don't agree with shit he says about Devin. I don't agree with shit he says about Tank. The man helped me. The man helped me. He did. And when this whole thing happened, it was nerve-wracking and very annoying. But I'm gonna say this. If the people decide to do what they do, it puts you in a position where you're uncomfortable, unapologetically, then you have to take that for what it is, be unapologetic in your response. I don't hate the man. I just understand what I was dealing with, and I chose not to deal with it. Fair enough? I understood what I was dealing with, and I chose not to deal with it. Feel me? And that's it. He took a stance. I don't agree with it. He's over there. I'm over here. I'm not talking bad about him. I don't need to. I said yesterday, y'all don't know, we spoke behind the scenes a few months ago. That's his stance. This is my stance. It is what it is. Exactly, BF. Exactly. And it's unfortunate, but he took his stance. I'm cool. I'm cool. I promise you I'm cool. I ain't got to deal with it. I ain't got to deal with it, and I really don't. So I tell people all the time, this is not a pro Tank channel. It's not. It's a pro boxers getting it done channel. That's what this is. That's what this is. And the second somebody fucks up, I let them know about it. I'll even give them a chance. Hold on. The second they fuck up, I'll give them a chance. But if they don't fix it, they'll get fixed up. Are you too? The second they don't fix it, no worries. Kuda Matata. I'll fix them up. Damn, we don't got cracked in here. Yep. The second that they don't fix it, the second they start acting unbecoming, you hear me use that word a lot, I let them know about it. Don't play these games. It's not fair, bro. It's unfair. It's unfair to what we do here. Everything that, like, for example, when we say things like, we don't understand the Haney hate. Shower, salute, queen. You know what I'm saying? When, not my shit? Oh, okay, I'm priority. I paid for that motherfucker, for real. For example, when I say, we say, I don't understand the Haney hate, and I look at what this young man is doing, what he's tried to do, everything he couldn't do was because the potential opponent didn't want to do it. So what are we talking about here? The same thing with Deontay Wilder. Everything that he tried to do and didn't do is because the opponent didn't do it. The opponent didn't do it. There's no undisputed between him and AJ. Whose fault was that? The A side. Who's the A side? Anthony Joshua. So what are we talking about? I mean, this is elementary stuff here. This is elementary stuff. Bad business, man. Just bad business. And I don't appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to label me a Tank hater, a Shakur hater, fine. Tell your dudes to get busy, man. Tell your dudes to get busy. Tell your dudes to get busy, man. It just don't make no damn sense. But conflict resolution, I'm on it, but sometimes, you know, some things can't be resolved for whatever reason. Just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Just leave it alone. You know, good. They say they're gonna board in a couple of minutes. I'll give it some time. Yeah, man. But there've been times I've said, you know, fuck boxing, really, because it's difficult. It's difficult. I'd say, yo, fuck boxing. Fuck boxing, really. But in the words of Bob Marley, evil never takes a day off. So they talk down on every black fighter that's trying to pursue greatness. They talk down on every, and you know, people just don't see that shit. It's just wild, bro. It's wild, man. You know. It's difficult, man. It really is. It really is. But I'm here, man. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'll be I got a connecting flight. I got a 2-hour layover in South Carolina. Then from there, I'll be in Vegas by like around 5. Man. Oh, you watching the James Toney and Michael Nunn fight? Yeah, you know what's crazy? Michael was winning. Michael was winning until he wasn't. Damn. I gotta call Michael Nunn. Salute to Michael Nunn. When I land, I gotta call Michael Hunter. Michael Hunter lives in Vegas. So when I land, we'll call Michael Hunter, see if he wants to come rock with us for a minute, if he's not busy. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the brother Miles Bailey. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Trick Note, making that contact for real, for real. Yeah, Miles Bailey got a lot of good stuff coming up, man. So, you know, let's support that brother too. You know what I mean? Yo, why does YouTube have y'all names in ats now? Damn, I appreciate that, Joe. Yeah, they're about to start boarding. You know, I don't like flying, so I'm gonna get on there, I'm gonna take a nap. Then I'm gonna take another nap. And I'm gonna see my brothers and sisters in Vegas, man. Salute to y'all in the Cash App, the Venmo, the Zelle. Appreciate y'all. Let's stay positive, stay focused. Let's keep it boxing. Let's maintain a lot of integrity, not only in the sport but in your personal life. It's just weird how this little thing is a direct reflection of life, man. Ain't that special? Man, listen. Let's stay focused, man. Bronx on deck, man. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Peace to y'all, man. Love y'all. Peace.